Hey guys, today I want to share something with you. This is the Taurus TX22. Now we own 7 of these. 6 of these we shoot in class. Every time we have class, they usually shoot 4 times each class, 50 rounds per gun. So that's 200 rounds per firearm. We have a 7th gun, and we got it in brown so we could distinguish it. I set it up as a left-handed firearm. That way if anybody came to class and needed one to shoot left-handed, we were prepared and ready for that when they came. So we've put right at 225,000 rounds through these Taurus TX22s, the 6 of them that we've got. Before we get into that, let me share with you how we started. You're teaching CWP class. The first couple of years everybody brought their own firearm. It took forever on the gun range because everybody had a different gun, a different number of rounds in the gun. Everybody was reloading at different times. Sometimes we'd be 3 hours on the range trying to shoot 15, 20 people. So what we did is we went out and we bought a firearm, and we bought 6 guns so we could have 6 students online shooting at the same time. We bought the Beretta Neos. Now we ran these guns for almost 3 years, and I bought 6 of them and ended up buying 2 more. First 2 I got ended up being parts guns. I'd also look online and I'd buy, just if somebody was selling the upper piece or if somebody was selling the grip, I would buy that and I would just take parts off of it and use it to keep the guns running. I've replaced the springs in these guns I think 3 times in them, and the problem with them is, look right here in the top of the gun. You see the screw missing right there? Half of that screw is still inside the barrel. They were snapping off and breaking in the barrel, so I can't get the screws out. But the extractors were coming out of the guns also, so I had to have extra springs, extractors, there's a little pin and spring for it, extra screws. I was working on these guns all the time, and none of these guns actually will fire. None of them work. Let me show you what I went to. So they came out with this Taurus TX22 long rifle, 16 rounds. We could shoot 6 people, and we would have 24 people in the class, so this gun would shoot 4 times in class that day. And we wanted to have 3 magazines for each one of these guns already loaded up. So when you add all that up, it was 80-something magazines, I believe, that we have for them. We have a huge stack of these things. But these 22s actually ran really good for us. They've been great guns for us. And when you sit down and you do all the math on it, so we ran these things for 2.5 years. We had an average 75 classes a year. 24 students in each class that we had, and the gun fired 50 rounds 4 times. When you figure all that up, this gun actually fired around 37,500 rounds through just this one gun. All of these firearms, when you take a look at the 7 of them that we have, including that lefty, about 225,000 rounds went through these guns, and they still run and function great. I haven't had any problem with them. I haven't had to call Taurus to get any parts. I haven't had to do anything to them except clean them, and clean them a lot, right? But they've been really good guns for us. This thing is clear. Michelle had some of the magazines already loaded up for us. Isn't that nice of her? And let's just fire it a few times. These things are actually really nice to shoot. If you're a new shooter, this is the way to go. Hold on, it's the wife. Hey, the wife's checking in on me, want to see where I'm at. Now, so if you are a new shooter or you're teaching someone to shoot, this is a great gun to teach them with. It's got a full-size grip on this thing. This slide is really easy to pull back, so you don't have to be very strong to do it, and you have minimal recoil on this gun. Isn't that great? and you could just sit and fire with it. It's just a really nice gun. They served us well, and to put all that ammunition through it is just absolutely amazing. Taurus has now come out with this TX22 in a competition model, and since I'm sidelined here, I think I'm going to try to do some steel challenge shooting, and that way you stay in the box and you just shoot, no really moving around or anything running. So I think I want to try that, but I need to get my hands on one. I can't find one, and I do have an FFL, but Davison has them allocated, no more than 2 per dealer, and I guess I don't buy enough guns to rate actually getting any from them. So Taurus, if you actually see this video, I would love to have one of your TX22 competition with the muzzle brake on the front of it. That would just be great. If you could send me one, I'd be more than happy to pay for it. If you'd call Lloyd at Davison's and ask him to sell one to me, that would be wonderful. So let's just take a few more shots with it. And it's clear. Safety on. Let's just pick another gun out of here and shoot it. Just one that I pulled out of the box. Let's see how this one runs after all this time. We're probably 20 yards away from some 8-inch steel I got hanging down there. The guns are really accurate. You would think I'd shot the barrels out of them with putting all this ammunition through these guns, but they're still really accurate guns. Clear. Trigger. The Taurus TX22 in the 22 long rifle. If you're in the market for a 22 pistol, I just can't see how you wouldn't choose this gun, especially with the amount of rounds we put through them, and they're still running and functioning great for us. So if you're looking for one, I'm gonna tell you to go out and buy one. You won't be disappointed in it, okay? Great little gun, easy to clean and take down and take care of, and it just keeps on running and running and running. It's like the little Energizer bunny. I'm gonna pack it in and head home. It's getting to be dinner time. I'm sure Michelle's about ready for me to show back up. But remember, folks, be a responsible adult. Don't push your responsibility as an adult off onto a child. Buy a gun like a gun safe. Until next time, folks, take care.